This ain't entertainment. This is a move. This is prophecy with a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant. We don't just make music. We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom. From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising. Yorellus Radio ain't just about beats. It's about power. Power to heal. Power to rise. Power to remember who we really are. We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the oil of war and peace. We don't fold. We don't flinch. We go gangster on fear. We go holy on sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul been searching for the real sound of heaven, you just tapped in. This is Yorellus, and this is the sound of faith on fire.
When I spoke, the stars took their place. I called the light out from space. Formed man from the dust with my breath, and my word conquers sin and death. I am the fire that never sleeps, the shepherd who still calls his sheep. My Colby, Crowder, Brian Horse, John. My glory, my power, my day has come. The heavens bow and the nations run. Let every tongue confess, let every soul say, I reign forever. This is his day. Give those when I speak my name, chains fall off, the blind see again. Dead shall rise, for I have said, my glory, my power, my day. I split the sea so my children could cross. Turn their mourning to dance from loss. I feed the hungry, lift the poor, open up the ancient doors. No weapon formed shall ever win. My people rise and breathe again. The lion roars, the earth obeys, for I am Yah, ancient of days. My word heals the sick, be healed. My breath revives the dead. Arise, my spirit breaks every curse and chain. It is done, for I have proclaimed. Oh, yeah. My glory, my power, my day has come. The heavens bow and the nations run. Let every heart cry out and say, Yah is mighty, forever he reigns. Holy reign, life restored in Yah's name. The trumpet sounds, I make a way. My power, my day. And they shall know that I am Yah, the Holy One of Israel. My glory I share with no other. My power is love, and this is my day.
Flood, storms in the night. You call it global warming, but I call it my judgment. Yeah, that's me. Oh. I shade the mountains, the oceans roar, the ground splits open. You can't ignore from the book of Amos to Revelation scroll. I'm the flame, the fire, the one in control. You call it science, you call it fake, but I'm the reason the nations quake. You touch my people, you spill the tears. Now I'm exposing what's been hid for years. Yeah, that's me. The thunder and the lightning, that's me. The floods and the fire, that's me. The shaking of the nations, you will see. It ain't no warming of your seas. It's the flame I burn for my people's peace. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, 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 that's me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You built your empires on stolen land, blood on your money, blood and blood on your hands. Deuteronomy spoke in the curse you laid, but Genesis 15, my word don't fade. 400 years and the trumpet's loud. I'm gathering my chosen from every crowd. You mocked their pain, you chained their feet. Now I rise in judgment, feel the heat. Floods rise high, yeah, that's me. Quakes split wide, yeah, that's me. Restoring Zion, yeah, that's me. My hand, my flame, my prophecy, yeah, that's me. That's me. The thunder and the lightning, that's me. The floods and the fire, that's me. The shaking of the nations, you will see. It ain't no warming of your seas. It's the flame I burn for my people's peace. Yeah, yeah, that's me. Yeah, 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 that's me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, 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 that's me. Ah, yeah, that's me. Yeah. When the world shakes, when the waters rise, when the ground splits, don't call it climate change, don't call it chance, call it what it is, the hand of Yah. Yeah, that's me. For my people's peace, yeah, 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 that's me.
Shabbat shalom, shalom. Hold on just for a moment. Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. My name is Mike. It seems that every time I do a live, somebody got to get banded. Because I don't deal with the unnecessary nonsense. I don't deal with it at all. I nip it in the bud and keep it moving. We're here to encourage one another. We're not here to tear down nobody because, when it's all over said and done, nah, I don't want to be standing before the Most High and we go, hey, you tore this brother down, you tore that sister down, you said this about, man, I'm not even trying to have that type of conversation. But Shabbat Shalom, Sister Angela, I'm glad you came in, as well as Brother Robert and Brother Earl, as well as Sister, I think that's Sister Padia. It was early that came in. Yeah, Sister Padia. I'm glad you brothers and sisters was able to make it in. Brothers, There's a whole lot of stuff that's going on. I mean, well, let's just do it this way. Let's go back in memory lane, and we ain't got to go back. We don't need to necessarily have to go back far. There was talk about taking over Greenland. There was an action that was shown of their approval when it comes to Venezuela. Now Iran. Oh wait, you know what? I'm going too fast. I'm going. Mexico. Brother, do y'all not see what's happening right now? Shalom, shalom, brother. Shabbat shalom, brother Dave. It's a whole lot of well, I ain't gonna say unnecessary, because this stuff that's happening is necessary. When the Most High tells his people, come out of her. All right. For some, they hear and they move into action. That's what some do. When it's all over, Brother Robert, it's like he the Most High put a pair of shoes out there, and he stepped right in them. And he's I mean, it seems like he just gave him a pair of shoes and said, look here, I need for you to walk in these shoes. And it seems that's exactly what he's doing. I never seen so much arrogance of an individual, of a leader in full-blown action, period. And it's speaking as if, excuse me, ain't nothing gonna change unless we think it. And that's what it seems like that's his mindset. When that's in what is that, Obadiah, in the book Obadiah, there was coordinated saying, hey, that you know, that they was going to, if it get tear down, they go be rebuild. It's like they got their mindset on what their heart wants. With this awakening, we know for a fact, things are different. Things are changing. It's happening. And you're right, Brother Robert. Trump is moonwalking in a pair of shoes that the Most High gave him. Yeah, he could be just like the time, Moore's Day, and the time he could walk a hole in his Stacey Adams. That's what he's going to do. He's going to track this all the way down. There's not going to be not one scripture that will not be fulfilled. Yeah, I was looking at that, Brother Robert. Went over there. But do you know they had Iran on the list since earlier than 2014? And there was some politicians that was talking about that. And they were asking them, all right, why are we going in there? They said, we don't know. But they had them on the list. They had them on the list of countries to subdue. I think it was a total of 11. Iran is the last one. Iran is the last one. But look here. They are starting fights with a lot of different countries. There's a whole lot of, well, I ain't gonna say, I need to get the word nonsense. There's a lot of pushing that's happening with only one nation that's doing all this pushing, that's doing all of the bullying. And you think the world is not watching? Do we really believe that the world is not watching? But hey, it's just like what you said, Brother Robert. This man got to fulfill. I mean, he's going to do everything the Most High said he's going to do. Everything. And he's doing it to the T. To the T. And now the world, I mean, everything is moving so quickly. But at the same time, when we do see all of these things, we got to continue to brace our minds and hearts up. When the Most High said, get out of Babylon, before I even go down that road, do you remember, brothers? It was months ago. I was speaking about how all technology really started building up, and it started with the plain, ordinary telephone, that rotary phone, the one we all used to use. I put your finger in there, and then they went to the, they had the dial buttons. But this is how everything started. Now, along with this technology, truthfully, brothers, when it's all over said and done, this is just my take on it. Technology is not good. It appears to be looking good. You know what, Brother Robert? Fast, brother, if we can describe that a little bit better than fast, that's what I'm looking at. I mean, it's like you're talking about this one thing today, and then tomorrow you're on a whole different speed of things. It's just like yesterday was 2 months ago. That's how fast things are appearing and moving. But at the same time, you know what? I was just to go back a little bit, I was looking at Truth Unedited. Now, this thing that he was going back and forth with another brother, it would appear, let me put it that way, and he was just voicing his opinion and things of that nature, and he was too. But he came out with a short video. He said, regardless, this is an awakening. This is something we're not accustomed to. This awakening, we're not accustomed to it. The Most High woke us up. He put whatever knowledge you have in your head and your heart, he put that there for you to understand this. And don't get me wrong, there's some things we still have questions about. And I'm pretty much like the brother was saying. The Most High knows his people. And for those, I'm not going to get stuck over your belief. Don't get me wrong, brother. You got some brothers out there that's like anti-messianic. I'm serious. You got brothers out there with different lines of thought. But my thing is this: hold on to what you do have and let the Most High rectify the rest of it. We still get along with our brothers and sisters in the way of the law. That's it. Hypothetically speaking, let's just say me and Brother Robert, we have a different line of understanding. But when it's all over said and done, Brother Robert said, Brother Mike, I ran into some problems and I need this, or I need help from that. You know what Brother Mike's supposed to do? By law, I'm supposed to be right there to help Brother Robert out. And Brother Robert may have have an understanding this way, but it's not shattering the faith. This is what we're supposed to be doing, brothers. Shabbat shalom, Brother Kenneth. I'm glad you made it in, brother. This is what we're supposed to be doing until the Most High said it is absolutely enough. This is it. This is what we're supposed to be doing from this day, from days back up to now. We're still supposed to be maintaining that. But brothers, at the same time, don't get me wrong, you got some brothers out there that's wishing evil upon some brothers. Oh, but that comes with that comes with a consequence. It does. Excuse me. That comes with consequences. It's just like me calling Brother Dave out his name. Let me call Brother Dave out his name. I'll walk into a judgment with the Most High. Whether you want to believe that or not, it's going to happen. You're going to be called out for that. Period. This is the reason why, if you say you woke and we look at these laws, now we can sit them and take these laws for granted if we want to, but we will stand before the Most High. We will stand before the Most High. Hold on. All righty. But this is what we're supposed to be doing, brothers. I mean, all of this that's going on, like what Brother Robert's saying, and like I'm quite sure you brothers and sisters, you see things that's happening, be like, good night, man. I mean, things are just moving so quickly. And then you're trying to say, how can I play catch up? How can I? And brothers, I kid you not. All of this that's going on, and at the same time, you want to look at brothers and sisters, see who's what this brother is talking about, what this sister is talking about. You still got to be on the watch for those other ones that's out there. What was this cat name? This brother rather. He's not an awakened brother. He's not. Matter of fact, he made a comment and he stated that the devil never killed no one in the Bible. He said, but the person that called himself God did. Brothers, all it takes is one person to put some nonsense out there and make it sound like it's so intelligent. Some people hops on it. And so this particular site or page or whatever said this. She said, this is the reason why I worship the devil, because the devil never killed no one. I was like, well, if that's an individual who has never read the Bible. And brother, this is the reason why I say I do not dibble and dabble so much with other books. I don't. Because people think just because you find some literature that's claiming to be older than the Bible, and there could be some stuff out there older than the Bible, but what? Like me, Brother Robert, Brother David, other brothers and sisters who know who they are. We're not worried about any other book, whether it's older or younger than a book that is given to us, that is about us. That's our determination. And see, this is when the world is trying to lure us off the path. The awakening, yes, it's a beautiful thing. It is, off the top. It is. The world will get you absolutely hemmed up. And that's what this is all about. Getting you into a system or helping you to stay in a system. Man, this system is under judgment. And for us to sit up here and get ourselves hemmed up, brothers and sisters, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But this is what the system is doing. It's doing just that. We, with this awakening, excuse me, we got to stay on point. That's what the Most High is asking us to do. Like Brother Robert said, he said it's a whole lot going on. It is. There's a whole lot going on. It seems like when I get ready to do the lives, people start texting. But that's what we have, a mission in front of us. This is what we have. In this mission, brothers and sisters, it is one, to encourage your brothers and sisters to be there in support of your brothers and sisters. Although we have everything that's around us, that is can serve as a distraction. The Most High said, get out of Babylon. He means it. And like Brother Robert said, it's so much going on. Brother, you may forget to get out of Babylon. It's just because it's so much going on. But hey, for the ones that it take a little heat to put that fire up on them, trust and believe. The system is going to get, and the Most High he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Let me tell you something about, let me just say the word, Black people. We know when we get into a situation and we say, oh no, this situation is pretty bad. What do? We rectify that pretty quick. You know, because we are accustomed. We have a history of struggling, a history of bad things happening. That's what we have. Now, when the Most High said get out of Babylon, you got some individuals, because, hey, we've been in captivity, what, 400 years. Granted, some are accustomed, and it is what it is. The Most High know exactly how to bring his people out. Because when we hear that first sign of that whip, oh no, we are rectifying things. We changing things. And when the Most High get ready to really put that foot down on Babylon, and we start to feel it, we start to make changes quick. And no ifs, ands, and no buts. It's all about, no, we're going to do this here. That's what we're going to do. And we do it. We step up. Amen. What? We do it because we are accustomed to it. Now, don't get me wrong. The Most High knows which ones he wanted to wait. And those individuals, it didn't take all of this for this person to wake up. And that's where it comes to, hold on just for a moment. It didn't take a lot for us to wake up. Some of us, rather, we read the word when we went through Deuteronomy and we started to understand the Most High, he started to enlighten us and we started to believe. That's what we did. We did it. We went in with a vengeance. We went in a vengeance when it came to our book. The world can't take that. All right, we took a false worship that we once was in religion, and the Most High woke us up and we said, hey, we're those people. The Most High said that we're going to be seeking him while we were in captivity. We have so many different scriptures, brothers and sisters, that's like, bam, that's on point. And so when we took all of that information that the Most High gave us, and we applied it, the world can't deal with it. When we woke up, we started applying these things. Now you just take a worship that, hey, let's take a false worship that we had once, and now we are applying it to a true worship. You changing the world unknowingly. That's what we did. That's what we're doing. The world is changing. You have, what's his name? What's that dude's name? Oh man, what's his name? It was him and Mike Huckabee, Tucker Carlson. Now, brothers, did you ever think that you would see a conversation of who these people are claiming who they are? And then now the the world is questioning, who are y'all people? When you state In that place, it's illegal for you to do DNA. All of this is happening, brothers. And the Most High is causing all of this to take place. That's what's happening. He's questioning a people who is using a holy name, a set apart name, claiming to be you. That's what they're doing. That little small action holds weight. Let's just call the name a small name. That small name has a mighty effect on the world. A people that is like in a dungeon, banging on the door saying, "Let me out." They can't handle this. Now, the question is this. What is it they're doing in the back rooms in order for them to circumvent this awakening? And truthfully, we all know they can't do nothing. They can try. They can always continue to hinder. But the world has got itself hemmed up. The world is in getting itself hemmed up. You thinking the world gonna let that slide with Venezuela? They're gonna let that slide with Mexico. They're gonna let this slide with Iran. And then not even that. We're even talking about the threat of Greenland. Brother, please. There's a war mentally brewing with other nations. Because what do the nations got to be looking at it like this? What if he comes try to take over my country? This is a moment where this beast system, and don't get me wrong, as in Revelations, I forgot what chapter it was, it talks about this beast system sitting on many waters, or sitting in or have some control over many lands. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Van P. It's been a moment, sis. How you holding up? I'm glad you came in, sis. That's the thing I'm looking at. What is it that the world rather, I ain't gonna necessarily say planning. The Most High told us exactly what needs to be done. That's what he did. And now he's showing his hand. He's showing his hand. Don't give me, and then the thing about it is judgment, the Most High. He already said he's going to judge the world. Now, we are accustomed to, at least down south, tornadoes, floods. But now you start seeing them a little bit more for the world's point of view. They go see, it's another flood. No. But that can be misleading to a person who's thinking, it's just global warming. That's their mindset. We go rebuild. Yeah, it tore the town up, but we're going to be rebuild. Hey, they can believe that if they want to. But brothers and sisters, if you stand back and you look at people, when you out there, you go out there, you're shopping, going to a grocery store, just look at the shelves. I mean, they may be full, but look at the consumption, the human consumption. And just look at all of this stuff that's in these stores that they're saying, this is what the people need. These people sit down and they analyze everything about you. This is the reason why you got to brace your faith up, because they have the numbers on us, all of us, as to, hey, These people, they move this way. These people, they move that way. They have all of that information on each and every last, I'm gonna just say, they have that on the people. Some people call it algorithm. Please. That's a study of what you're thinking, what you're doing. How do you move? And this is the damaging thing, brothers. This generation that's coming in, if the Most High let this generation move the way it's going to move, please, that's going to be one of the most damaging generations ever. Because what? This generation that's coming in believes that, hey, they deserve it. They are deserving of this or that. Working, they want to pick a job that's not going to be less stress, where there's a bigger payout. Their mindset is different. Even when it comes to talking about, they want to raise a family. Let that baby come into the world. This world has no patience. And brothers and sisters, if you're like, let's just say 60 and going back to like, let's just say 40 years old, 40 to 70 years old, you've seen the change. You've seen it. When we had, there was patience. And then here we are. In this generation, we've seen where there is no patience. What they're dropping, man, these young kids will drop a baby so quick and leave it in the garbage can and move on. They want the enjoyment of the world, or call it sin. But the things that take place within sin is not going to stop. Birthing, it's not going to stop. It's not. It is one thing, it's just not going to happen. The Most High don't make mistakes. He does not make mistakes. So now you have a system that's in motion, and you have a generation. We've seen it. We've seen the patience, brothers. And we've seen how, you want to talk, please. I'm gonna give you a good example of impatience. Brothers and sisters, if you may be on the phone and you're trying to do some work and you call customer service, and customer service trying to walk you through what you need to do, it's difficult. And then they tend to get snappy with you because you don't understand, because you're talking to a person who only knows this way of saying this and this way of doing this when it comes to technology. Now, this is the reason why I say it's not good. We're going back in days. The Most High said the fallen angel was giving out information that they was pushing ahead. It was forbidden. But the Most High, they sitting there, these fallen angels making this making this agreement within themselves. And that's when truthfully, they took his love for granted. Now, what they was thinking about, but they got themselves hemmed up. That's what they did. And then at that, when they showing all of this, the splitting of roots and things of that nature, and this is all in the book of Enoch now. Now, you're starting to see the effects of what took place thousands of years ago and bring it up to this day. Because everything, brothers, when it comes to technology, is to get into your business, to understand how you move. And now the system is saying we got enough data to tell them what we want them to do. That's what they got now. Now you want to talk about, let's go talk about China. China got them on lock. Got them on lock. The United States, I need Trump somebody to go build a $500 billion for AI. Man, he a tad bit too late. I mean, yeah, it probably can do it. But when you look at it, and brothers, don't get me wrong, it would appear that technology, yes, all right, it appears to have some good. But brothers and sisters, there is more darkness to it than what they're showing. Now, they can talk about AI music. I mean, AI music, brothers, please. If you want to complain about AI music, man, that's the least of your concern. What makes you think when they building these cars, they're able to drive by themselves? Now, I want you brothers and sisters to think about this here. Guess who about to be out of work? Repossessors, the tow trucks that come and get the cars when the pavement fall behind. They don't have to come out no more. They already got the information built in that particular car. If you ain't paid for that car or whatever and you miss, that car can drive back to the garage. It don't need a key. If you hit it, boom, and automatic GPS. That's what they got out there already. I was running some cabling, and I heard one of the employees of this particular store, and she was stating her son went to school to learn how to drive a forklift. I tell brothers don't go to school for it because I know it's about to happen. I tell them don't go to school for that. I said, man, find you something else. I tell brothers, if you go do anything, learn how to repair robotics. That's what I tell them. Now, this particular stuff that I install, it talks to forklifts. And it shoots a signal, boom. It goes in, knows what to get, goes inside this truck, 18-wheeler, pulls what it needs to pull out and puts it where it's supposed to go without any human being guiding it. This is what the world is pushing. And now, let's just say the elite, let's just say Edom. Edom is pushing it because Edom is understanding, hey, how can we cut costs? That's all Edom is worried about. Edom is not worried about you being able to feed your kids, your family. They're thinking about, hey, cutting costs. How can I get more bang for my buck? Do you see the difference between Edom and Jacob? Jacob's not built that way. When the Most High said, the leaves are for the curing of the nation, what do Edom say? Oh no, we can give you a pill on and live your life a normal life, but you got to take this pill every day because Edom is looking to fill their pockets. This is the difference between the noun system and the system that's already taken root and is rising, to which, like I said, they cannot take what's happening. We think life, they think conquering. Two different minds. And let's just say, hypothetically, two different gods. You have the system of Satan, and you have a kingdom of Yah. That's what you have. So when I say technology, brothers, it can serve a purpose. It can. That can, help us. The internet, there's a dark side to it. There's a dark side to it. But when it's all over said and done, brothers, you can go on the internet and there's some things that you can use out of it for the good. And a lot of brothers is doing it right down to this very day. They are informing brothers and sisters, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. This is the encouragement. This is what the scripture says. But it's going to get to a point because they understand one thing about us. When we worship deep. That's one thing they do know. We go in deep. Now, when you may have a brother or sister that is accustomed to religion, and it can be frustrating for us, but at the same time, brothers, there's a measure of understanding that we will need to maintain because we were once in their shoes. We believed just like them. We was going in deep with a white Jesus sitting on a picture frame. We did. We didn't know better. And so now, with all of the things that's going on in this system, this awakening, this talk about, they can talk about World War III. Oh, it's going to start next week, or it's going to start 2 days from now. Man, please. They can sit up and talk about that stuff until we blue in the face. They understand the gravity of World War III. How long they been talking about World War III, brothers and sisters? We talking about going back to 2019. Not 20. Where was it? I forgot when they invaded. Not invaded, but had this thing with Ukraine. I forgot what year it was, but it wasn't that long. But they got it popped off, and then the situation with Palestine and Israel, that got popped off. But now we just starting to see the locomotive, and I'm talking about the old locomotive. It takes time for that thing to build up pressure in order for you to move it. But now it's moving, just like what Brother Robert said. Things are happening so fast now. Brothers, you guys to like say to yourself, hey, now I need to pay more attention to this here. You got to pick and choose now. You literally have to pick and choose what you're going to pay attention to, because now it's getting into what we can call it survival mode. That's what it's getting into. Now you getting into a point where, brothers, even when it comes down to your entertainment, you got to pick and choose that, because you're going to dictate or you're going to act out what you listen to and what you watch on the regular. On the regular. Brother, you could be 60 years old, 60, and you're still listening to music that's talking about drugs, violence, and all this against your own people. You can be 60 and dumb as a doorknob, because you are allowing a spirit of this world to influence you. We did that dumb stuff back in the 90s. But once we woke up and like, wait a minute, these rappers talking about this and that, kind of found out the rappers don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about that lifestyle. They just rap about it and they made millions. That's what they did. And then when one particular guy, he caught a case, and he successfully, won the case of murder. But what did they do? They go in there and they rap about it. That's what they did. Now, we supposed to be, what? If you're saying 60, you're supposed to be a mature person. You're supposed to be. But brothers, I've seen some brothers, 60, 65 years old, brother, have me just shaking my head. I'm like, bruh, are you for real? Brother, y'all might think I'm joking. Faith, hope, and love. Corinthians 13, Shabbat Shalom. Glad you came in, sis. This particular brother, he's not woke. And he's one of those persons that's called in Pitman. And I'm like, bruh, be mindful of what you listen to. You'll be surprised how this stuff can affect you. But when to a person, and now I can talk to you brothers and sisters and say that you will understand what I'm talking about. But to a brother or sister who's still caught up in babbling, yeah, brothers, I mean, you have to have some special word. You have to have the Most High to weigh in on that situation in order for them to see and understand it. You do. Because the moment you start to break yourself away from a system where you literally, your entertainment is what? Let me go ahead and see what this brother over here talking about, see what's going on in the last days. If that's your main action, brothers, your whole mindset is going to be different. It's going to be different because when you start to pay more attention to the spiritual things than the flesh, this is what's going to happen. You're going to, I mean, don't get me wrong, you're going to dibble and dabble in secular world. When I say that, I'm talking about entertainment, TV, movies, or whatever. But you listen more intently than you did before. That's what's going to happen. You're going to pay attention to movies than you did before. It's just not about action. The action is the one that throws you off. Because when people say, oh, I like action movies, they like the violence, they like the fighting, the killing, or whatever. But they don't understand what's going on in the movie. They do not. They're overlooking what is this movie really truthfully telling you. That's the thing the world has been, well, spellbound by. But when you woke and you start paying attention to other brothers and sisters, and you're listening to what they're saying, see what type of encouragement they have, what scriptures they got, what biblical reasoning are they pushing out. When you start to pay more attention to that, brothers, but when you do go back to the world, you're like, oh, no, they have some dumb stuff. They saying this and they saying that. And because now you already got in your heart and your mind what scriptures you could tear down with what they're talking about. That's being spiritually alert. That's what that boils down to being. I tell you, everybody, they start texting and everything. But this is what we are doing right as we speak. We're doing this right as we speak. It's just like I was just thinking about Sister E. And I'll be going through a channel like, man, I ain't seen this sister. And I just wish somebody knew. I mean, I know there'll be another brother on her channel, but I just like having or seeing Sister E on her channel because she brings a spirit to when she gets on there and she starts talking about things and that's what I like about this sister. And I just haven't heard anything from her in a moment. I don't even get no notifications, truthfully. So that's when I go back into the channel, shut it off, shut it back on, and hoping that to hear from the sisters, because it's like I said, brothers, it's been a moment since I heard from Sister E. It's been a moment, and I hope and pray that everything is going good for her. But this is what's supposed to happen, though, brothers. The saints are supposed to be worn down. They're supposed to be, and that could be the case. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't heard from Sister E. But like I said, I pray that the Most High continue to bless and watch over her off the top. But I would love to hear from this sister. I would. And but the devil knows. He knows if Sister E, and which, you know, she was doing it. She was doing it. She was talking to brothers and sisters and, you know, things of that. And she had brothers and sisters coming. Sister E, usually she would do it like late night, but she had the brothers and sisters there supporting her. That's what she had. So she had to have a strong spirit that the devil was looking at, and he didn't like it. What did the devil do? Brings in, I mean, what individual, and this is not in Sister E's saying this is happening to her, but to other brothers and sisters, yeah, he see that. Please, you encouraging your brothers? No, I need to put a heavy load on you. With brothers and sisters, it could be you found yourself, you working more overtime than anything to slow you down from encouraging your brothers and sisters. And I seen that in Sister E. She was just encouraging brothers. That's when she was having these conversations. Yeah, the devil will come up on you off the top. It's going to happen. But at the same time, we still go fall back to this. You got to continue to brace your faith. This awakening, it is absolutely real, and the devil knows it. Everything and anything can come and wrap itself around you. Anything. And the devil is using any and everything against us. You have Gentiles up there talking about, why do Black people suffer the way they suffer? Hey, and this is just not due to lack of education and things of that nature. They were just like asking, hey, they got so much stuff happening to them. The world is saying this, not us. Well, I mean, we said it, but now the world is saying it. And now we can go back to Tucker Carlson. He's raising questions about a people that's calling themselves you. Now, this man, he has a large audience. And so now when he's questioning the people of that land and your blood, his people is listening. The wheels are turning. So now what? It may be, let's just say, it may be one in his group. I said, you know what? Let me look into this information that he's talking about. Is there any truth that these people are not the biblical people of the Bible? That's all the world needs. Then not only would you have him, Tucker Carlson, you got another person who's questioning the actions of the world. You telling us, the Most High said, I'm going to bless those that bless you. Now, but this is the thing. This is what the world, the Rev 29 people are saying. And so now you have Christendom, who stands up with support of these people that's calling themselves you. So now you see not of just Babylon, you're seeing a destruction of Christendom too at the same time. That's what you're looking at. That is what you are witnessing. Brothers, what is this? What is it? That thing they call it Easter. I tell you, brothers, when I told you, the world is coming after us. Oh, but I ain't gonna say coming. They hear anything that has to do with us. They trying their best to push us into it. The commercials for Easter, it seems like the number one commercial is about this little girl, this little Black girl. And they telling her to choose what candy she wants for Easter. There was two of them. So she chose both. It's the fact that they're using our little sisters to bring this out. That's just one thing. Oh man, I had this thing on the tip of my tongue. I just forgot just that quick. Oh man. But this is what they're doing when it comes to commercials, to family shows, things about us brothers. They're trying their best. They're trying their best to bring out the things they know that upset the Most High. When you want to talk about, let's just go back to biblical days when the Most High was telling our people, hey, don't be like the nation. And we woke up. Now the Most High he's screaming it again. Don't be like the nation. But the nation saying, oh, no, you need to be like us. The nation knows what it takes to have the Most High upset at you. They know exactly. They've been practicing this stuff for thousands of years. They got thousands of years of knowing how to lie to you, trying to keep you in a lie. That's what they're doing. What was that in the book of Revelation? When they was talking about the beast showing off his power, even to, if possible, to mislead his people, his elect. That's what the scripture was saying. And this is what they're doing. Brothers, this is a all-in action when it comes to this awakening. And don't get me wrong. I do know of some brothers, and they're just argumentative. Then things get violent. And I tend to shy away from all that. I'm not trying to go back and forth with a brother or sister for that matter. I'm not. But I've seen that because I do know the day is going to come. And they're already here. Well, you need to be bracing yourselves together. And hey, and whatever understanding you may have, leave it in the Most High's hand. When Yahushua, he was talking to the disciples, and he said, he gave out to me, hey, if you want everlasting life, you must drink my blood, you must eat my body. We all know about that. And so a lot of disciples, they were like, what? This dude is true. Ain't nobody gonna drink your blood. Ain't nobody going to eat. Man, what did they do? They left. Now, don't get me wrong. For the disciples that did stay around, they were still kind of confused. Because what did they look at, though? They looked at the big picture. He has the saying of everlasting life. He did this, he did that. He had something to prove. Yahushua had an action that was still lingering in their hearts and mind. The other ones, they just looked at him and they broke camp. They looked at him, no, this man is crazy. But then that's when Yahushua explained himself. Brothers and sisters, the situation is right here as we speak. The same thing is going to happen now. I've seen some brothers that woke up and things and like I said, they start dibbling and dabbling in other books. And then those books question the Bible. That's what it did. It questioned the Bible. So when they start questioning the Bible, you're starting to believe a book that was not sent to you because you felt the book is older than your book. There must be some truth to this book. And I've seen some brothers fall away just for that. You got to be joking me. Hold on, brothers. This is what I have seen. And this is just my encouragement. This is the reason why I say, brothers, I I move in a different way when it comes to books. I do. Our book does not need the support of another book. It does not. Granted, yeah, the world came in and changed some things. I never forget Jehovah's Witnesses did the same thing. They went in and they changed some verses and they made a video of it. Excuse me. They made a video of saying, oh, we had to change this word because it source, and they was trying to explain the reasoning why they had to go and change our book. I kid you not, y'all might think I'm joking. It ain't just Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, Catholic did it. The Catholic at one time, they went in and they took our right hand. They took the word when the scripture said that Yahushua was standing on the right hand of the Most High. They took right hand out. They said because they didn't want to offend a left-handed person. I was just, man, you got to be joking me. This was their reasoning. They went in. All right, let's go back. Let me give you another one. In the older Bibles, the scripture spoke about it literally used the word sodomy. That's what the scriptures used, saying that it was a sin. What do man do? Now, but I'm gonna show you the strength of the word. Everybody knows what sodomy is. Now, but when you go in and you take a scripture, you take sodomy out, and what do you change the word to fornication. Brothers, what is the meaning of fornication? That you know of it. A majority of us say fornication is when you have sex before you are married. That's what religion taught. It changed the whole understanding of that scripture, because you don't find a scripture that's saying, hey, you must not commit sodomy. You don't see no scripture in these Bibles now today. You go back to the old ones, you do. The old ones do. But when you take that one word along with their teaching, it's a sin to have sex before you marry, and you call it fornication, it changes. But then you go back into the book of Luke. In the book of Luke, what's that book of Luke? Yeah, Luke 21. When Luke 21 spoke about the days of Lot. That's what it was talking about. But the world went in and did what it wanted to do. When the Most High put out that warning, do not take anything away from this book or add anything to the book. Hey, the devil is highly upset at the Most High. He's going to do things to keep that anger going. He's going to get his people or his fallen subjects to move his people to do exactly what the Most High said they should not be doing. And they did it. They went in, they changed, took out words and added words. That's what they have done. And that, well, they're doing it down to this very day with this awakening. But then they have a judgment that they're going to stand. I mean, please, the Most High will stand on his judgment. He already said what he's going to do. They practice what they want. Like I said, the devil is highly upset at the Most High. He didn't think he was going to get down the way he got down, but you took his love for granted. That's what the devil did. Took his love for granted, did what he wanted to do, and then at the same time, instigated with other angels for them to follow him. The same situation is going on right down to this very day. But this is the thing we should not be doing when it comes to us and our brothers. We're not here to brother, that we at least we shouldn't be, is trying to get people to follow you. Brothers, let me tell you something about jealousy. Hold on. The Most High is highly jealous. You've seen that when it came to Israel worshiping false gods. He showed his hand in that. He showed his hand in that. And the same, like the scripture said, he don't change. If you all about that self-glorification, you will get yourself hemmed up. Whatever loyalty that you may have of individual, you need to get it back to the Most High. Off the top. That needs to go to the Most High. Period. If you, brothers and sisters, have a loved one that loves you deeply, give that love to the Most High. Give it to him. Give it to them, to him rather. That's the one that's going to save your life. But you know, in this world in which we live in, everybody, I mean, that the world got you, the world got us. Believe it. Hey, get some followers, get some followers, get some followers, get some followers. Make some money, make some money, make some money. Brothers, don't get hemmed up on that nonsense. Don't get hemmed up on that nonsense. Unfortunately, some of us have gotten into that. But hey, and if you are a brother and you're in that predicament, I mean, that you're in a situation, that's just my encouragement. Give it to the Most High. Give it to him. Give it to him. If you ever want to get blessed, that's what you do. You give it to the Most High. Your kids and the way you raise them, you give them over to the Most High, and it's worship. The Most High gonna give it right back to you. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Cynthia. I'm glad you came in, sis. He's going to give it right back to you. This is not the time of, brothers, I'm telling you. The devil is hemmed up. He has no future. He's going to do any and everything against you. Whatever you got to do to break your spirit, sisters, brothers and sisters, he's going to try his best to do just that. No matter what he got to do, he's trying to break your spirit. Because he understands. If you keep on your spirit, you're going to eventually outrule him. As long as he, is living. But those days of the privilege of breathing, his days are they're numbered. I wouldn't be surprised he got an asthma pump. Because he can't breathe too good. Because he's understanding life from the Most High is about to be taken away. That's one thing he will understand. But at the same time now, brothers, he's crafty. He's crafty. And when they come in, like I said, when they come in with the internet technology, brothers and sisters, we have to tread very lightly. We do. We have to tread very lightly. Because truthfully, when it's all over said and done, this stuff here is by means of Satan. He started this stuff back in Enoch, like I was saying earlier. He started it. And on top of technology, and there you go, Sister Cynthia. The world is full of diseases. Brothers and sisters, now, this is the thing that the Most High has been saying. But now it's his spirit is moving and it's stronger because now the world is understanding. And I'm gonna tell you, they did something. They think they slick. You got brothers and sisters all on the internet, and they're telling you, hey, this herb here is good for this. It's good for that. They telling you. Now, Dr. Sebi, he tried to do it. Hey, but you know how they did. I mean, They deleted our brother. But this awakening is too powerful. It's powerful. So now, brothers and sisters saying, hey, you can take this, you can do this, you can do that. The Most High said, the leaves are for the curing of the nation. It's gaining strength. Now, what you choose to believe, brothers and sisters, can either make you or it's going to break you. If you believe that the Most High said, hey, the leaves are for the curing of the nation, you know for a fact, I can live if I get a hold of these leaves or whatever here. The more you believe that, the more you live. The more you believe Edom and some doctors about some chemicals, brothers, you talking about suffering. And it's going to be the chemicals that's going to be a crutch for you. It's just going to keep you going on. That's all it's going to. Oh, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. That's their system because they're deepening their pockets off of what you're suffering. But it's that mindset of your belief. And the more you believe it, the stronger you will become. That was a situation, brothers. This sister. And she, she was in love with this brother. But he brought some home that she did not count on. It's Herbie's. So she broke up with him and everything. She felt distraught. But one thing this sister did, she did this. She stopped dating. She stopped dating. That's what she did. But as time went on, the Most High don't make mistakes. I don't care. You can have a disease all day long. It's not going to stop what he put in place. He don't make mistakes. And so the sister, she had to be real about her feelings. She wanted that intimacy. She did. And so this, she started talking with this brother I knew. The brother was like, but no, she was truthful with him. She started to like him and everything, but she told him this. She told him, of her situation. So he called me. He said, man, Mike, I don't think I can do that. I'm like, Rick, tell this sister to look into Thuja. Thuga. Thuja. And I said, dude, that's the will cure herpes, period. He like, man, come on, Mike. I like, dude. He said, man, Mike, I know you into that stuff. I like, man, but come on. What is it going to do, kill her? I said, man. He said, man, I like the girl, but man, I like, dude, bruh, tell the sister for it, and let her know, hey, look into this here. But it took a moment for him to talk with her about that and all that. But he eventually, he stopped seeing her. But it started to weigh on the sister because, don't get me wrong, brothers. The sister's just not going to keep on dating guys and then telling them all her business. No, she has to be shrewd about that's her business. You know what I'm saying? You ain't go right here. Oh, I'm walking around with HIV. You telling the world, man, please. Your sister was not moving that way. But eventually it got to her. Start using it. Until she started noticing that she wasn't having breakouts like she used to have. Now, when I say breakout, brother, I'm telling oh, this sister would look like somebody took, let me see, a bag of needles and stuck her in her face. That's what she would look like. Beautiful sister, babe. Beautiful sister. I kid you not. But she got a hold of that Thuja. And I mean, no, she kept on, and she stayed with it because she started to notice something. So it got to a point she was not having any breakouts. Well, this is what she did. She went to the doctor to do a blood test. And they said, oh, no, everything is good. When she heard that, she just, she was happy. Don't get me wrong, but she still kept it to herself. She said, no, I'm going to wait another month and I'm going to go to a different doctor. And that's what she did. And they told her, no, we don't see anything in your blood. But these are the same doctors. No, I ain't going to say these doctors here. But these doctors tell you there's no cure for it. Either you're going to believe the Most High or you will always live in doubt. You got brothers in the Congo we have these leaves for people who have HIV. But brothers and sisters, you may think I'm joking. There's a sister I know right now, HIV positive, and she's battling cervical cancer. She's starting to lose weight. And so I told her, I said, sister, no, you can you can heal yourself, sister. Let me tell you, and we laid it down to her. We did. But brothers, this is the problem. Man has a hold on our brothers and sisters. These doctors, they're not going to believe, people mean you, things of that nature. No. Because our people are accustomed to the so-called doctors who's walking around like they gods when it's all over said and done. They get sick just as much as anybody else. Now, this sister, she's very concerned now. It's been, a few months now since she got the diagnosis of cervical cancer. It's been a moment. Now, recently, she called and she said she's losing a lot of weight. She's losing a lot of weight because she's scared now. This is what you call that fear factor. It kicks in on top of you being sick. And now you here come fear. She's been double teamed all at the same time. You got a disease, now you got fear. Brothers, are we going to believe, hold on, that the Most High says this here? And brothers, all you got to do, well, one, believe. Two, put it into action. Test the Most High. And put him out. See, is he not good? I did a song, matter of fact. It was based on cancer, but truth is based on sickness. No, it's meant to lift the spirit of sick individuals. Period. That's what it's meant for. Not just cancer. Any sickness. It's when you start to look towards the Most High. What did he say about this here? About that. And if we can't hold on to it, if you want to hold on to man, you hemmed up when it comes to man. And people are going to talk about the ones who claim, oh no, I do herbs. I do this here, I do that there. They're going to talk about them. But you don't find too many people talking about doctors. They look at these doctors like they're gods. But they're going to talk about the ones who's trusting in what the Most High has already had here. That's what they're going to talk about. And when it's all over said and done, brothers and sisters, it's all inspired by the devil to keep his people away from trusting him. Because when you start to get into it and you start to recognize, hey, there's some truth to the Most High. And when you got 1, 2, and the numbers are growing, no, you work. That's a situation the devil do not want. And this is just my encouragement for any brothers and sisters that's dealing with this or dealing with that. Put the Most High to the test. Try it. Look things up. And don't get me wrong, it's difficult to share information about a person's sickness to herbs and things of that nature, because, well, one, the doctor's going to protect himself. He's going to instill fear this way. Now, with this medicine, you want to be careful not to blend it with some herbs or some foods. That's the fear factor, because it can interact with the medicine. That's the fear, to keep you away from the truth. Now, mind you, why are they saying this? Brothers and sisters, I mean, for you brothers and sisters out there that's taking any type of medicine, this is my encouragement. Take that same medicine, go online, type it in. Preferably the ingredients. Pay attention to the ingredients. And you may see a herb or two that's in that medicine. And if you see a herb in that medicine or two, write those down. And then you go look those two up, and you will see those are the same two that can help you in your sickness. It's in the medicine. Brothers and sisters, if you're talking about herpes, thuja is in the medicine for herpes and HIV. It's in there. I looked it up. It's in there. And if it's in there, brothers, they're taking the Most High truthfulness and they add into their medicine. But hey, there's a small portion of it just to keep you going, just to keep your what do they call it, breakout manageable. That's what they have been practicing on us. And then we just take it, brothers, for what the Most High said. Now you just what? You take that and you're looking at it, and now you're basing your life upon what the Most High said. Oh, you brothers, please, you will be very healthy. That's what you want to be. This is what the devil do not want you to believe. We woke right now. Take this awakening to another level of trusting in the Most High. That's what we need to be doing. Yeah, a lot of us, what? High blood pressure, diabetic, what else? And any other sickness out there. But we could just say high blood pressure. Brothers, there's so many different videos out there. There's so many different herbs out there for high blood pressure. It ain't even fun. Matter of fact, fasting will lower your blood pressure, period. For those that, practice it, it will lower your blood pressure. You're going through the whole day, and some may just drink water. But when you fast and your blood pressure goes down. Now, what can doctors say about that? What they going to tell you? Oh, you don't want to do that, and so on, so on, because you mess with their bottom dollar. But when it's all over said and done, you messing them with the devil's lie. That's what you're messing with. That's what you're hindering. This is that moment, brothers. Yeah, you may do it, and you go see success of it. You want to talk about breaking your heart? You can tell your family members, no, I ain't gonna do that. My doctor says. That's the first thing you want to have. My doctor said this, and I don't need to be blending and stuff here, and I'm gonna do what my doctors say do. And this is that alluring to fear that's sitting there already. And that's what they're going for. My mother, she is somewhat on the herb side. She don't like medicine now. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, brothers. And I know I told Brother Dave this. I got hit in the face with a baseball when I was a child. And it busted 3 major arteries. I lost so much blood on a daily basis, brothers. I used to get lightheaded. Everything turned green. And it took years for me to, I don't know, grow out of it. But my mother, the doctor said there's nothing we can do. The only thing we can do is give him blood. That's the only thing we can do for him. I mean, for me to wake up, brothers, from overnight, for me to wake up, I would leave that mattress so bloody, it was unbelievable. My father, when me and my brothers go over his house spend the night, he's like, Mike, what's wrong with you? He seen all that blood, because I got accustomed to it, brothers. I was just tired of it. And he called my mother. She said, what's going on with this boy? He said, yeah, he busted 3 arteries. And brothers, I tell you, if I was outside playing, I couldn't play the way other kids played. Because if I got hyped up and everything we playing, my nose would start bleeding. And it's a difficult thing for me. It was difficult for me to control it. I just stood over the sink for 30 minutes with running water and a cold towel. That's all. That was my remedy. But my mother, she started getting into the herbs. She started talking to herbalists. She went and got some sulfur and some other stuff and things. She said, take this here, take that there. I took so many different herbs and everything, brothers, to eventually one of them started working. And that's what moved me at a young age to start looking at my health a lot different. Brothers, I seen my uncle one time and he was just drinking raw eggs. And I was like, what are you doing? Then at this particular time, it was like late 70s, early 80s. And I was like, hey, why my uncle just drinking raw eggs? And I would ask my mother, she's like, hell, it's good for so-and-so. It's a whole lot of protein in it. Boom. What do you think I did? And brothers, let me tell you something. I can't stand eggs right down to this very day. But when my mother told me what it does and told me it was high protein and all that, I started drinking eggs too. I did. I was drinking eggs at a young age because my mother said it was a benefit to it. And so I just got into it. Then my mother, my mother had so many different types of brothers. She had so much different types of herbs. And I'm looking at different ones that does this, does that, and everything. And just taking all this information in as a child. And then as I got older, I started really getting into it. Has 2 friends, 50 plus 1 to that, huh? Hold on, Sister Cynthia. Hold on, let me do it this way. I'm in my 80s and my mother has 2 friends, 50 plus, went to their company doctor for yeah, there you go. Wait a minute, what? High blood pressure, and they died in his office. Not sure. But let me tell you something, brothers. That's the thing that gets us. High blood pressure and diabetes. Those are the things, the 2. You know what? I'm gonna say 4. It's 4. It's really 4. And especially people of color. High blood pressure, diabetics, prostate cancer, and breast cancer. Those are the major 4 that affects us very badly. And brothers, prostate, please. I ran up on brothers. This brother was like 40 not 45. He was bent over. He was bent over. He was self-made bow-legged. Now listen to me when I say he was self-made bow-legged. He couldn't let his testicles touch his legs. He was just that messed up, brothers. He had to walk like he was bow-legged and bent over. I said, brother, look at it. I said, take this here. You know, I said, you can drink it, but it's real nasty. It's very nasty. I said, but now, with some olive oil and a mixture of distilled water, and you take this and you mix it together. No, brother. And you rub this on yourself, you gonna be straight. You go, because he was about to go into the doctor to have the surgery. Prostate, had a surgery for his prostate. Brother, when I say this man was bent over, I'm talking about he bent over like he was an old man. And this is the same brother. I think I explained this some months ago. And he started seeing he started, you know, feeling a whole lot better. And I always told him, I said, man, but do not use this stuff by itself because it's very strong. It got to be diluted. Oh, this brother here, I tell you, the cotton picking truth. He's seen the light. That's what he did. He seen the light. He seen what it was doing. He went in and used it by itself. Oh, yes, it did. Boy, it lit him up too. I said, brother, you might hang that one up. You might stay in the house. You ain't going nowhere. I said, because ain't nothing you can do. Only thing you can do is let it heal. Because it burnt them. I mean, this stuff is very strong. When I say it had to be diluted, brothers, it had to be diluted. But anyway, he when he got it, got himself hemmed up, but he healed up. And he was so happy that he did not go to the doctors and have that surgery. He said, man, why else? I said, bruh, the world is not going to tell you you have this for that. They're not. They're not going to do it. You're messing with their money. Shabbat Shalom is according to Yah 7. They're not going to tell you. But he used, I said, brother, you're going to be good for 6 months. And you may find yourself to go back. I said, repeat the same thing you did. Well, not by itself, but with the water, not with the distilled water and the olive oil when it comes to hydroxide. Yep, that's what I'm talking about, Sister Cynthia. But this was that lack of information time, lack of knowledge. Now we have this knowledge. We have this knowledge. When it's come to sister with breast cancer, please. The same thing the brother was using, the sisters need to do the same thing. It's going to do the same thing. It's going to do the same thing. That hydroxide is going to get up under your skin. And it's absolutely pure oxygen. That's all it is. This is exactly what it is. Brother, when the Most High said this, he got it all. Believe it. And the more you believe, brothers and sisters, now they started, if they seen you before and they seen how sick you was, and now you didn't sit up and turned over a true leaf, your action shows them, wait a minute, he went and did this here and he's feeling a whole lot better. Hey, I need to do the same thing. Brothers, your actions can serve as an example of why it is a necessity to trust the Most High. He has been there for the longest. These doctors came in and did what they did. Sister, it's this this sister. She's from Belize, and Now, right now, she's in Chicago. I mean, she don't have a shop, but she makes everything. I bought echinacea from this sister. She makes it. Now, don't get me wrong. That echinacea cost me $400 for a bottle. But if you had, or what they call asthma, and they go tell me my son had asthma, he got sick. Oh, you want to talk about a Negro upset? When my son came out that room. My son was so swollen, brothers. He swole up over the weekend from the asthma pump. I like, oh no, we ain't gonna have this. No, we ain't gonna have this. I went and called the sister, and she said, Mike, they said, hey, what? And so she started going through her thing. She said, I got something for you. I went and got it. Because I dealt with the sister before. I went and got it. And it was echinacea. But she let it sit for like, she said she let it sit for a few months. So I went and got it. And so I gave it to my son. My son never, he haven't touched a pump, an asthmatic pump in 15 years. And so what I did was, I knew this sister, that's what she suffered from was asthma. And I gave her some. Brother, that was almost like a dealer. When they found out, I gave it to the sister, and I gave it to another sister. She had a cold that she couldn't shake. My cousin in Detroit calls me down to this very day. Mike, can you get some more of that echinacea? She's seen the results of it. I'm telling you, brothers, the Most High said it was already out there. This sister came from Belize, and she married a brother, and that's what she, I just call her, because, like I said, she does not have like a company thing. Now, mind you, this is the sad thing about it, though. She has a husband, and I know him, Mark. He's real cool brother. And she says she can only go so far when she's trying to help individuals. And he's wasting away. He don't believe his kidneys can be restored. She said, yes, they can. If you just follow this dietary thing, it can be done. I'm telling you, brothers. A mind, or well, let's go with faith. A faith is a terrible thing to waste. Faith and hope and love, Corinthians 13. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah. But when you start putting these things together, brothers, and you start to practicing it, especially if you're an herbalist and you taking notes and things of that, you keeping your notes, you making up I ain't gonna say you're making up your own book, but you keeping notes, what is good for this here, what that, that's what it boils down to being, but it's already here. Did you ever think, brothers, with this awakening, that you will see all of these herbalists out there saying this and saying that? The Most High knows exactly how to heal his people. He knows exactly what he needs to do, and he's doing it. But at the same time, there's an action that's going to have to happen with us. Either you're going to believe it or you're not going to believe it. That's their choice. I tell you, there was a young, I lived in this high-rise building, and we got security there. And there was this brother, he was telling me that his little daughter, she was like 5 years old, but she couldn't run from the front room to the kitchen. If she did, she was playing, they had to put her on a breathing apparatus because she had severe asthma. I said, well, I said, brother, I mean, and I know I went and got, I had the big bottle, but then I had little small vials. So I'll go in there, I poured some in there. I said, man, but look here, give this to your daughter for like a week. The second week, don't give it to her no more, because your body get accustomed to it. That's what the sister told me. She said, Mike, just only take it for a week. I said, then she said, the second week, leave it alone for a week. And if you just need to go back, then you go back for another week. That's what she told me. Now, and I went with that information. That brother got a hold of that vial and gave it to his daughter. And it wasn't bad tasting. It was kind of sweet, and things of that nature. That brother came back and said, man, can I get that sister's number? Him and his wife, they gave it to his daughter. They said they were surprised to see her running around back and forth without any asthma treatment, breathing treatment. That brother came back like 2 or 3 days later, man, give me that sister number, man. I got about a big bottle. He said, I just can't believe that this stuff out here is doing this. But the Most High said was already there. Can you see all of us hoping? Oh, brothers, y'all want to talk about some, like I spoke about this stuff. The HIV medicine that's in the, let me just do it this way. Brothers, have y'all not noticed that in the commercials, the HIV medicines, they say, hey, you could take this here, you be undetectable and things of that nature and all that. Why is they playing that stuff so much now? Was not Dr. Sebi? Wait a minute. Can I have access to this information? Sister Debbie. I don't have the information. Like I said, I know this sister personally, and things now, but when it comes to hydro, and I'm gonna say it this way. Let me just do it this way. When it comes to hydroxide, and this is from what sisters have said when they had used this, they bathe with it. They put it in their bath water, and they just sit there. That hydroxide goes to work. Period. Off the top. But do not use hydroxide at night. You ain't gonna go to sleep. You're not. Because you're talking about oxygen, it go keep you up all night long. It's worse than caffeine. It's best to use it like in the morning. By the time you get, you gonna be out. But when it comes to hydroxide, you can get it all online. Matter of fact, Amazon sells it. But Amazon sells the 10% is good. It's good. The 10% is good. The one that you get out of the store, brothers and sisters, that's only 3%. The stores, what they call it, peroxide. The stores, yeah. Now, there you go, Sister Cynthia. There you go. Food grade. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, it's food grade. I always say food grade. Now, me, I mess with the stronger one. When I say strong, this stuff, it's strong. But like I said, now, when it comes to 10%, I can't speak on it, but I'm going to say it this way. I haven't seen, brothers haven't said that they dilute it. But when you bathing in it, it's already diluted, but it's still, it has strength to it. It does. But the ones that I have, it's like 35%. And you put it into a bath, your bath water. Matter of fact, you can take 35%, add it to your white clothes when you're washing, and you go put your bleach in. No, it's going to whiten up your clothes, period. And even if you got what, brothers, y'all seen this commercial where they had this dude talking about it has detergent had peroxide in it. Yeah, they know that the peroxide is pure oxygen. It works. But the one here we're talking about is food grade. So anytime you go online and you type it in and you say, let's just say you want to deal with 20% or 25% food grade hydroxide, it's going to pop up, period. But just pay attention to the how to use it, brothers. Don't go in there using that stuff by itself. Now, I mean, and don't get me wrong. Clean up your skin. Now, if you love, yeah, you be good, brother, brother Robert. I'm about to close out myself. Be mindful now. It will lighten your skin up, but now when I say this, it don't strip your skin. It does not do that. But there is the one I bought, they sent me a book. I don't know if they still sending out that book, but I tell you, it was people stating how they used it and things, and what they used it for. But I mean, like I said, brothers, when you move with it, move with a sense of caution, because like I said, the stuff, it is strong. It is strong. Like that brother I was speaking about, the prostate problem, he got happy. And then he used it by itself. I mean, it's pure oxygen, and he burnt himself. That's what he did. He burnt himself. He was healed up about in a week and a half. He was healed up, but he was good. But for brothers that followed it, no, brothers. I know other brothers that followed it. They was like, yes, this is it. And they know that the sisters' reproductive organs, that's what the world wants. Our sisters not coming up missing just for anything. They know exactly what our sisters have and what brothers have. They do. You too, sister Angela. You be safe out there. Yes, it does. It do take out the impurities. Food grade, yeah, food grade I would say hydroxide. And I mean, but you got to understand, I'm going to say this, brothers. Understand, you're seeing the system crumble right before you. Because back in the day, you couldn't talk about this stuff here. You couldn't do that. And the world showed, how they felt about this information. Now it's too much information out there for them to say, hey, we got to go get it. We got to go over there and we got to get these. No, it's too many people now. You see how this awakening is working? It's working in that area. Now, you have over 100 million of our brothers and sisters in Africa, over 100 million living with HIV. And who are they dependent upon? Pharmaceutical companies who brought the nonsense out and then go tell you, hey, this is how we're going to slow it down. Sister Cynthia, evil to the core. That's what I'm talking about. You bring the stuff out, then you had the audacity to fall back like you're a doctor with this medicine. And then at the same time, brothers, they put this nonsense out and they put it in a movie. Yeah. What was it? The older movie, the older one, Mission Impossible? When this guy, he was still in this disease that they made. And then at the same time, they had the antidote. They just needed to drop it in a heavily populated area. And then they'll move in and say, we got the antidote for that. Brothers, they put it in entertainment. This is what they did. They put this stuff in a way of entertainment. But they was telling you what they was doing, and they're still doing it right as we speak. But we should not have a problem with the Most High saying, hey, I got a cure for it. That's what he's saying. Been saying it for the longest. Now, whether you want to believe or not, brothers and sisters, that's going to be up on you. But it has been spoken. It's out there. And this is what we need to do. And like I said, if your brothers and sisters want to use it, this is just my sister with that's dealing with breast cancer and things of that nature. Hydroxide. Just rub it on your chest. You will feel a warming sensation, and that's going to be for brothers with prostate. You will feel a warming sensation. That's what you're going to feel. But it's going to do what it's going to do. It's going to do what it's going to do. Those are the things that gets us. High blood pressure, brothers, there are herbs out there that's for that too. But you will have to have a want to. It ain't just like you know what? I'm going to continue to eat the way I'm going to eat. I'm going to take this herb to get my blood. Please, come on now. We got to do better than that. No, there's discipline that comes right along with it. Discipline. I've seen brothers going in and get high blood pressure medicine and thinking, bro, you for real? You think just because you took a high blood pressure, you straight? There's discipline to this, brothers. In the world, don't get me wrong, with captivity, hey, they taught us how to not be in discipline. The world said, oh, you shouldn't do so-and-so, but then at the same time, hey, get 2 burgers, 2 fries for $1.99. Come on now. This is Satan's system. They'll say one thing and do this here. That's what the system does. Brother, this is just my encouragement. Whatever ailment, sickness that you contended with, and like I said, look your medicine up. See what's in your medicine. And if you see a herb or two, you know what you need to do. They're already telling you, hey, we took this herb because we know this herb does. They believe in the Most High. They believe that there's something on this planet that's for your ailment. They just go hold back on that information of letting you know because, hey, due to your lack of knowledge, I'm going to hold back some information from you because I want some money from you. That's the world. That's the world. When the Most High say get out of her, yeah, he mean to get out of her. They're going to tell you half truths and they're going to tell you more lies. And we very well know this is what they have done. Brothers, this is just my encouragement. When it comes to asthma and things of that nature, yeah. What I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to the sister first. And then I'm going to come back. And if she says okay for me to give out some information about what stuff that she has, I will do it that way. Because I do know that echinacea, like I said, brother, my cousin still calls me back down to this very day. And I've been using that since my son was my son was like 5 years old when he started having problems and with his breathing. And I'm going to look into it, Sister Cynthia. I'm going to talk to this sister, and I'm going to see what information I can get from her and things and how we can dispense it Cause she let that stuff, she let her stuff sit and age in dark cabinets and things. But she worked as a school teacher. She works as a school teacher, and then she have her consultations where she speak with people and find out what they're dealing with. And she come right off the top of her head, bam, oh yeah, I have this here and it's good for this and that and things of that nature. It's just like we got to get in. It's like the Most High is pushing us back towards what he created. Let's say nature. That's what he's pushing us back. He's getting us away from this chemical based system, period. This is what he's pushing us back to. And this is the things we need. Brothers, I'm talking back and forth with a brother right now that's dealing with anal cancer. This is what he's contended with. He's dealing with this. Brothers, it's so bad. The brother got to wear Pampers. The brother got to wear Pampers. He's very weak. And not saying that's all you can do, but you're looking at you're looking up herbs and things of that nature. Hey, brothers, this here and now don't get me wrong. He's quick about taking the herbs and things. But when they got to him, the doctor that is, they were like, man, you have this, and they told you at stage 4. When they say stage 4, let me tell you something, brothers. They talking about, in other words, they saying, hello, this is fear. And that's what they fed that brother. That's what they fed him. They fed him fear. Yeah, and the brothers, listen to me. I'm not trying to introduce anyone to fear. But these are the things that the world is accustomed of doing. They already told him what was going to happen to him. They gave him an introduction of fear. So now he's starting to see these things where he have to wear Pampers. System is breaking down. This is the system that the world is trusting in. And when I say Pampers, brothers, I'm talking about waste and blood. This is what this brother had to contend with. Waste and blood, more so blood. And what do you think will happen? Yeah, fear kicks in. That brother's 60-some years old. Then you get in there, you start, I did my research to find out, all right, brothers, we need to get this to you, get this that to you and things of that nature. Interesting. It comes from corn flour, and I have them in my bag. Sis, let me tell you something, sis. See, this is what I'm talking about. We got a lot of information amongst ourselves. We do. We have a lot of information amongst ourselves. But the world has a strength of fear. That's what the world has. And it works against us. When we know for a fact, hey, we got this here. But the world fear is so strong, brothers. And yet, and still, don't get me wrong, we still throwing blows. We're going to continue to throw blows until we knock fear out of the box. That's what we have to do. Brothers around here, my cousin, he was about a month ago, he just got out of the hospital. Almost a 9-hour operation. Stomach cancer. Stomach cancer. And I said, man, and I told him, I said, look here, bro. Look into the herbs. Look into the herbs. And I said, we got to start making changes ourselves. How we eat, what we drink. I mean, what? We're not delusional any longer. We know who we are. And we got to have that want to. See, it seems when people get that sickness and they're talking to the doctors, that's when they somewhat wake up. And I'm not talking about awakening. They kind of find out who they really are. They wake up and they want to do everything they're supposed to be doing. But that's a front. They go take the medicine. They go take this here. They go do that. I might start exercising and things of that nature and all that. And I'm not knocking you, brothers. But fear have you doing things you know for a fact you ain't never did before. Because now it's turning something in you, because now you're starting to realize life is real. You just can't be eating any and everything like you used to eat. Brother Yah Saint, when he was talking about how they diagnosed him with it, he said, man, please, what Job went through, I know I can beat it. And that's the thing, brothers. He knew what he can do. And the more you know that, and you got the Most High backing that up, oh, you done. You good to go. You believe it. We go have to believe in the Most High. You go have to have that. You ain't gonna just take a herb, think you gonna be copacetic. You gonna believe in the Most High. The more you believe in His, that's the strongest herb that you can ever have. It's faith in the Most High. If you want to make His heart flutter, believe in Him. Believe in Him. This awakening is real. Brothers and sisters talking about herbs, this, herb, that. You talking about brothers and sisters. The doctor said, oh, you got this here. Or you got that there. The first thing they run to is the herb. They go to the herbalist. This is what brothers and sisters, and I'm talking about brothers and sisters that are not awoke. Believe in the Most High, brothers. He been telling us, hey, the leaves are for the curing of the nation. When we was comatose, as you may say, we just read the scripture, boom, it went on by. We woke up, we said, oh, there's some strength in this. The Most High said it's in the leaves. The world can't take this because this awakening is hidden every corner of the world society, period. They can't take it. The world knows who we are and how we get down. The world is going to get sick. It's going to get sick. They're already planning this. And I'm talking about, let's call it Edom. Edom is already planning this. Edom got it. Whatever chemicals they want to put in foods and things of that nature, they already got. We want to control people. We got to let them starve first. And once they get through starving, they go break down. Hey, and they go do what we tell them to do. If you want your serving of food, you're going to do this here. You're going to do that there. Brothers, and we moving in a whole different format. You got two different formats going on at the same time. That's the system of Satan and Jacob, who's about to take a seat. Jacob, who is all about being a human. Jacob, who is letting the world see his light. And brothers and sisters, the light is already on. Some may not recognize it. Look at these topics on the internet. Why Black people not speaking up? Why Black people not doing this? Why Black people? Oh, yeah, they starting to see the light. They starting to see the light. They know what power is that lies within you. That's that light, brothers. That's that light. But I'm not gonna hold you brothers any longer. I gotta get on the phone with the brother. I was telling you this, that's dealing with the cancer, and give him some information and things of that nature, and hoping that he really takes it to heart, and that's for anybody, brothers. Trust in the Most High. I know, brothers, with this awakening is brand new. But the Most High is not leaving anything to the imagination. With man, it is absolutely impossible. Not so with the Most High. Do not cut his hands short. Do not cut your head. Please. Don't say what he won't and what he will not do. If you believe, I don't care, brothers and sisters. You looked at some brown sugar. And you said, I seriously believe this song. If you believe it, the Most High said it'll happen for you. Don't cut his hands off. Believe him. Things are changing in the system that we are living in. Brothers, the days are numbered. If you, like I said, who was that? Benaiah Israel. He did a special report a couple of days ago. And he was talking about, no, this Babylonian system, brothers. He said, I'm not going to say this. And he said, I'm not a prophet, but this don't look good. This looking very interesting biblically. Stay on the watch. That's what his encouragement was. And then here come another brother. Was it Covenant Awake? No, not Covenant. Awakening, remnant or something like that. I think it is. But anyway, these brothers are saying the same thing. When brothers are starting to say the same thing, brothers, pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. Move with discernment in this time of the end. Trust the Most High. So, Sister Debbie, let me tell you something. I think a lot of us a lot of individuals are looking to that because, what? It's like the world is forcing you back, not necessarily to the fields like a cotton field, but it's taking the world and the action of the world is taking you back to what the Most High created, which we call it nature. That's what it seems like. That's at least to me. The things that we may have gotten accustomed to. All right, brothers and sisters, like I said. These cars, there you go, sister. There you go. Back to the beginning. The Most High didn't make no mistake. The devil, he was arrogantly pushing ahead, giving out information he had no business giving out. But the Most High let it ride. But at the same time, the devil got judgment upon him. The world is pushing us back to a time. Hey, it's so bad, brothers. In some states in this country, it is illegal for you to collect rainwater. You can get fined for that. Brothers, when I say the world is trying to dictate how you eat, what you collect, what you store, They're trying to cover their bases to an extremity. They want to control you. That's what they want. The devil knows that each and every last one of you are going to be gone. He knows that we going to be out of here. They're going to need somebody to, they're going to need some controlling bodies. They're going to need some controlling bodies in order for their system to move, to get this here done, to get that there done. They're going to need that. You want to talk about a world that's going to be lonely? Sister Cynthia, Sister Debbie, Sister Van P, imagine a world with none of us, or a country where we do not exist any longer in the four corners of the earth. Imagine that. You gone. And whatever knowledge that you have in your head, it's gone. Now you're starting to understand how lonely their system is going to be. It's going to be lonely for them. Blam, there you go. No seasoning at all. No seasoning at all. But the world got itself hemmed up. Satan do not want the world to know who you are. Salvation originated with who? The devil do not want them to know, hey, these people got, they have the sand of salvation. That's the information that they do not want out there. They got to keep the chemicals going. They got to keep the lie going in order for them to go on. Brothers and sisters, continue to pray for your brothers. I mean, we have some brothers out here who's dealing with some sickness. The brother there is dealing with cancer. We got him out there, brothers. If you want to talk about a strength, use that strength of prayer for your brothers and sisters. Trust that the Most High is going to hear you. Oh, Sister Debbie, let me tell you something. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh, the sister I talked to, dealing with, her mother is dealing with cancer too. Her mother's dealing with cancer. So that's this is the thing, brother. Stress is not good for a person who's dealing with sickness. So her mother is sick and dealing with cancer. Then she found out for those that don't know, when you're talking about cervical cancer, and sisters that deal with that, that's a cancer where the sister just bleeds. She just bleeds and things of that nature. That's what cervical cancer does. And that's what's happening with the sister, because she was noticing them, but she went to the doctor, and that's when he told her that, hey, you have cervical cancer. So, yeah, the sisters, she lost a lot of weight. And like I said, brothers, she was taking care of her mother. The mother was sick. When I say, when you say they need us, yes, they do. They do. They do. Yes, they do. They do. And where do you think they get the medicine from? Yeah, they get the medicine from India. You got a people who don't like you, who's making your medicines. Think about that for a moment. And then they in bed with who? Edom. Edom is like, oh, well, look here, put this in. Brothers, from my experience, the brothers and sisters there that suffer from HIV, for the vast majority of them, they said this: they do not like the way the medicine makes them feel. To some of the brothers say, you know what, I'm not going to do it. One sister told me her sister was suffering from that. And she said she didn't like it, the way it made her feel. She said that she was going to stop taking it and she just go ahead and die. She did just that too. She did just that. She died in her sister's lap. She died on her sister's lap because she said she didn't like the way it made it feel. And there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that said the same thing. But like I said, brothers, this nonsense started with them lying to our brothers and sisters that they giving them a shot for malaria. That's how it got started. There you go, Sister Debbie. You're right. We are hated all over the world. And their hate, it went in deep. It went in deep. That's what they did. And they're still doing it. There was an incident. I had the video of this Indian guy in South Africa. And he was putting the food together, some chicken, selling it on the street. But he was putting some stuff in it. He knew it was poisonous. He knew it was poisonous. And I sent that video over to another brother. But what happened? They noticing people was getting sick in a particular area. That's the area that he only sell that food sold on the street. And they kept on zooming in on this brother. I ain't gonna say brother, this Indian. They zoomed in on him. And they found him. Oh, what did the brothers do? They turned the cameras on. They said, no. You right here. And they started looking at the food and said, yeah, now you eat it. And they forced this man to eat this food. He didn't want to eat it. He was chewing on it, but he wouldn't swallow. And by that time, that's when the police got there and they arrested the man. Yeah. Sister Cindy, you're saying, yeah, it was like, was that like a year ago? I think it was like a year ago. He kept chewing the food. I mean, he was chewing it slowly too. If you want to talk about somebody chewing their food slowly, he was chewing like the $6 million man, real slow. He wasn't trying to swallow that. Yeah, but this just shows you what Sister Debbie said. They hate us. They hate us. The same people that hate you are the one who is putting medicines together to hurt you further or to keep you in a bad situation. This is what we got to contend with. But at the same time, brothers, we got too much knowledge. When I say we have too much knowledge, brothers and sisters, we have too much knowledge for us to be talking about we need somebody. This is where we say we need the Most High. We got to see it within our prayers. We got to see it just in conversation, just to be walking down the street. And the more you start to believe it, the more that strength is going to be seen. This is what the Most High has been telling us for thousands of years. But our forefathers going up and down this hill, up and down a roller coaster. You're in one moment, you're out one moment. You in, you out, you in, you out. Until we went out. We went so far out, brothers, we forgot who we were. We went so far out, we forgot who we are. Now, the Most High said, I'm going to wake you people, wake my people up. And they will come to appreciate me. This is that appreciation and praise moment. And we got to take it with the strength. And we got to move with a faith. That's what we need to do. That's my encouragement. These days are sick in Satan's system. Literally, spiritually, and mentally, the system is sick. We got to move in a different direction. We need to be coming up with our own herbs. We don't call it, we call it a medicine, man. But we need to hit it a whole lot harder. We do. This awakening, brothers, is not going to slow down. It's not. It's not going to slow down. But the sad thing about it is this, brothers. There's still some of us that still sleep, and there's still trust in man. That's what they do. Some still are they're trusting him. Yeah, over there. Wait, Sister Debbie said they need us. Yes, they do. But they trust in man more than anybody. But if you want to talk about somebody messing with using our people as guinea pigs, brothers, you will get pissed to hear what some brothers and sisters went through when they go into these doctors. That one sister I was telling you about I don't think I think this year will be a year for the sister where they had a son, and she was involved in a motorcycle accident, but she kept on having pains in her head. A month later, she went back to the doctor, and they kept her in the hospital. These doctors played with this sister. That's what they did. They played with the sister. While her son, I know her son. I know her and I know her son. Son, they call him G. And G was like 3 years old. 3 years old. He was at the hospital with his mother, waiting for his mother to come out of the hospital. She was there for like a month. They called my wife talking about, hey, we have this child here, so-and-so, so-and-so. And somebody, it took y'all a whole month to come and get the child. But nobody knew that the mother, she was dead. And they would not release that sister's body to her family. They thought that Lydia was the child's mother. And so what had happened, the middleman who's taking care of this particular apartment I was staying in, they knew him because he was on the motorcycle that got hit with the sister on the back. So that's how they got in contact with us. And so, she tried to go in and get him. By that time, auntie or something called her and she explained what was going on. They didn't know anything about her sister was laying up in the hospital dead for a month. And they would not release her body till the family paid the hospital bill. They wouldn't even release that child until they sat down and thought about it, until that hospital bill was paid. We sent money to take care of that so that they can get the child out. These were Indians from India, put it that way. Brothers, what they do there, they did it here. And they're still doing it. They're still doing it. This is not to brew up hatred. This is here. I'm saying these things for us to be more self-sufficient when it comes to caring for our bodies, sicknesses and things of that nature. If we're going to get tired of a people thinking that they can, hey, we just give them this here and they'll take it and so on. So now we need to get away from that. We need to really get away from it. Yeah, you're right. Heartless people, sis. When you can sit there and do that. And when they picked up their sister's body, yeah, brothers, like I said, she was, You talking about a head wrapping and a skull missing. They playing. Who go touch them? Who's going to question them? You gotta have this, these people to go talk. But I mean, if you sitting right there and you call yourself, you in power. But it's nip out hard not to get upset Because what they did there, yeah, they doing the same dumb stuff here. The same dumb stuff. Yeah, they heartless. This is the whole purpose of this awakening, to take all of that hate, and if you want to talk about they go feel it, brother, this this greater exodus, yeah, they gonna feel it. They're going to feel it. Yeah, they should be entertaining a fear of a people who saying, hey, it's enough, we out. We don't need you. And when you have that, yeah, they don't know fear until all of this has to, I mean, let's go until that prophecy has passed on. They go understand fear. They will understand it. And what's so killing about it, we didn't even introduce the fear to them. We didn't. We're moving through life. We will be moving through life, self-sufficient, relying upon the Most High, not needing nothing from them. They got accustomed to making billions of dollars off of us when it comes to medicine. When that is no longer needed, when the Most High said, no, the leaves are for the curing of the nation. You got everything that you need. Use it. Brothers, that's cost effective. You're not buying their medicines. You're messing with their pockets now because you no longer need them. Brothers, this greater exodus is going to hurt in so many different ways, and it ain't going to be funny. Just think about all the ways they're getting money off of us. False religion, money. These so-called worldly holidays, money. Everything about this system, brothers, we've moved money in it. Let that greater exodus happen. Brothers, the world is hemmed up. All the knowledge you're talking about of us going back is going to hurt the world. And we don't need the world. That's the truth of the matter. That's the fear they're not even trying to entertain right now. Scripturally speaking, they set themselves up for this. They got accustomed to all of this money. And in an instant, we stop rotating money for their system. You start rotating money, funds within what? A system that Yah has put together based upon his people. This is a very hemming up situation for the nation. This is what we're witnessing. Brothers, pray for your brothers and sisters. Trust and believe. There are some brothers out there that's very sick and they need those prayers and things of that nature. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. I suppose I got about this thing 20, 30 minutes ago. But some of the situations, I tell you, brothers, it can be, I don't know. But like I said, some of the things that our brothers and sisters are suffering, brothers, they need our prayers. Let's just use this power we do have, use it to pray to the Most High to watch over his people, and that we, get ourselves together and move as a nation, start putting things together to care for ourselves. That's what we need. You're welcome, Sister Cynthia. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Walk on water. walk on water, and to strengthen your spirit, weaken that flesh, glorify the Most High on a daily basis. In Yahushua HaMashiach's name, let us move in that way. You brothers and sisters, be safe. Until next time, Shabbat Shalom.